Severe persecution in the East about AD 718. There was now considerable tranquillity in the western countries, but in the East commotions began to arise. For about the year 718, Halmar, king of the Saracens, issued bloody decrees for the persecution of Christians. He prohibited wine, according to the laws of Mohammed, which, however, did not matter much, but the most grievous of all was this: he endeavored to compel the Christians to apostatize and deny Christ. He promised exemption from tribute and taxes to those who, forsaking Christ, should adhere to Mohammed. On the other hand, he threatened to punish with death all those who should cling steadfastly to Christ. In the meantime, he oppressed them with intolerable burdens, and deprived some of life by various torments. Footnote: in the year 720, the Saracens or Arabians came over into Spain, where they sorely persecuted and martyred many pious Christians. End footnote. He also made a law that the testimony of a Christian should not be valid nor be accepted against a Saracen. In short, it is stated that by virtue of said decrees, many of the innocent and defenseless Christians became martyrs. But in default of faithful historians of that time, the names of said martyrs have not come down to us, save a few as shall appear. Note: above all, it must be observed in this account of the Eastern martyrs that, as far as regards open churches or communities, those of the East had long before separated from those of the West, that is, from the Roman Church, because they would not be subject to the power and dominion of the Pope of Rome, who already, AD 606, had been declared head of all the churches, but, as such, they would by no means recognize or accept him. This separation, in the course of time, assumed such proportions that, as far as we know, they have not united even to the present day. Moreover, it is established by different writers that, besides said separated churches called the Greek, there are other churches in the East, principally in the region of Thessalonica, who are agreed in all respects with the Anabaptists of the present day, and have maintained such faith and practice uninterruptedly from the time of the apostles. Of this, however, we shall speak more fully in the 16th century in connection with baptism. This being the case, it would not be surprising if in said persecution of the Christians in the East, not only this or that single person, but, what is more, very many true believers were martyred and put to death for the true faith in Jesus Christ, and the sincere practice of the precepts of the gospel. Nevertheless, we can tell no more than what the ancient writers have left us, and shall therefore proceed accordingly, adding, whenever we think it necessary, our own opinion in the margin or in the note.